Hi, this is Matthew. Going to do the next Chicago album. This is one I actually own. Not at the time it came out, quite several years later, I got my copy. We go back to 95. It's the 22nd album. I'm going to call it 22. It's Night and Day Big Band is what it's called, where they cover big band jazz and swing stuff, a lot of jazz standards and things. Giving their own take on them. They leave Reprise to go make Chicago records, and these Giant Records, which is an imprint of Warner, who also owns Reprise. So they really didn't go anywhere. They just did it themselves. And yeah, it's a really good album. I enjoyed listening to it. I got it probably 99 or 2000, somewhere in there, I think. Or maybe 98. I don't remember for sure, but it was a Christmas gift. I forget which Christmas it was now. It was a very good album, but I like big band and jazz and swing and other things like that. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think 90 on Billboard is not reflective of what is on the actual thing, to me. I think they brought in some interesting musicians to help out too. So they get a guy on guitar for the album, and it gets filled later in the year. Yeah, very good album, very interesting. To have their spin on it. I listened to this quite frequently in high school. Different road trips and things. So, yeah, very fond memories for me. I had not heard this thing in probably 25 or so years, so it was nice to hear it again. Probably a little longer than that, but as I got other CDs in my collection, I didn't get a CD player until 97, so as I added stuff, things, I carried around, cases of CDs, those big ones, So as I got different ones and other things took priority, then it kind of got off to the wayside, but still a great album. And we don't have any side notations now because most people would have had CD players by then. Probably was a tape version, but no vinyl, I wouldn't think. We'll go see what's on it. 12 tracks, no expanded edition of this one, which is sad. I just wonder if there was anything cool they left off. They could have included, I don't know. We'll see. Wikipedia says. We start off with the song Chicago, written by Fred Fisher. I know Frank Sinatra's covered that and a few other people, I'm not quite sure. Robert Lamb is on the vocals there. Then we go to Caravan, which is a Duke Ellington tune with Irving Mills and Juan Tissell. Vocals by Robert Lamb. Dream a Dream of Me, Fabian Andre, Gus Kahn, and Wilbur Schwant. I know Louis Armstrong did it at some point. Louis Armstrong did it. Mars and Papas do a wonderful cover of it later on. I highly recommend that version. Many others. Jason Schiff with someone named Jade. Yeah, there are some female vocals there, so I'm not sure who Jade was. I'm not sure. She does a good job. I don't know who she is. And then we jump to Goody Goody. Matty Melnick and Johnny Mercer wrote that one with Bill Champlain. It's very old names in the writing books here. We have Bill Champlain on vocals. He's so good with jazz stuff. I really like him on jazz type things like this. And then we go to Moonlight Serenade, the great song. Glenn Miller and Mitchell Parrish. Great song by Glenn Miller. Lamb and Chef sing there. Robert Lamb, Jason Chef. And then to Night and Day, the Cole Porter classic standard song. Jason Chef on that one. And then to Blues in the Night, Harold Darlin, Johnny Mercer. Real Champlain on that one. On guitar solo is, though, Jason Perry, I think it is. Or sorry, Joe Perry, sorry, from Aerosmith, is the guitar solo there, as Wikipedia said. We'll check our people in a second. And then to Sing Sing Sing, which is a really cool version. Lots of Latin vibes on this one and some other tracks. Of course, Louis Prima. The famous one is Benny Goodman in about 1939 or so. Yeah, I knew it. Robert Lamb, Real Champlain, Jason Sheff, with the Gypsy Kings, who I just love to bits. I need to dig through their catalog at some point, but I don't know if I want to review that here, because my Spanish is okay, but I know that all this stuff is in Spanish. But I knew they were on this immediately when I got this in high school. I took Spanish class, and I knew about the Gypsy Kings already. They are from Spain. They do a lot of gypsy-type music, traditional music, but I love them. Bamboleo, you might know that one. That's the one I always think of from them, but they have lots of cool stuff. Been around for a long time, but they're on this track and do a good job with it. In fact, it's the popular track on Apple Music when you go in there. It's marked as popular for a good reason. And then Sophisticated Lady, Duke Ellington, Mills, and Parrish wrote that one. Jason Sheff and Robert Lamb sing it on this version. And then to In the Mood with that Glenn Miller. Glenn Miller was the popular one, but it's written by Joe Garland and Andy Razif, I think. Bill Champlain. They do a little bit. Yeah, it's mostly instrumental, but they do kind of some interesting vocals on it. Then to Don't Get Around Much Anymore, which Duke Ellington and Bob Russell wrote that one. Robert Lamb and Bill Champlain sing it. And then we end with Take the A Train, Billy Strayhorn, also Ellington as well. He wrote with Duke. They wrote lots of stuff together. Robert Lamb sings that one. Really cool tune. Oh, there's a bonus Japanese track, though, which I don't have, which is sad. It is... What is it here? String of Pearls, really? Eddie Belch and Jerry Gray, vocals, doesn't say. I want that. Where do I find that? I've never heard that. Man, that's no fair. I don't know if I can find that or not. Yeah, that should have been included on the others. Surely there was room. It's only 51 minutes. They should have just included that. It's only a 51-minute album. They could have included that one. Oh, man. Oh, well. Our people for Chicago is going to be, of course, Bill Champlain on keyboards and guitar, vocals and vocal arrangements, and just arrangements. Bruce Gates, who was on guitar on this album, guitar and arrangements. He will get replaced by another guy later in the year. Tris Amos in drums and harmonica and arrangements, so he's still there, our new drummer, as it were. Robert Lamb on keyboards, vocals, additional vocal arrangements and arrangements. Lee Lemaine trumpet and flugelhorn brass arrangements and vocal arrangements. James Pankow on trombone and brass arrangements and arrangements. Woodwinds arrangements. Jason Jeff Bagel, Jace vocals, additional vocal arrangements and arrangements. Our additional people are going to be Luis Conte in percussion. I think that's how you pronounce that. Jack in percussion on Night and Day. Sal Ferreira's percussion on Night and Day. The Gypsy Kings, Nicolas Regis and Pacha Reyes. Urban flamenco guitars and vocal arrangements on Sing Sing Sing. Yes, they do. Some wonderful flamenco guitar on that. It sounds wonderful still, to this day. I can't believe this album is 31 years old. It does not sound like it. It sounds like it just came out to me. Just as good as I remember it. Jade, vocals, Little Dream of Me. I don't know who Jade is. I don't know her. She does a good job here, though. DePerry guitar solo on Blues of the Night, which is what I had said earlier that I had read. But there is the proof here. Paul Schaefer acoustic piano, studying the Little Dream of Me. He was the David Letterman band leader who plays guitar also, I believe. I don't know much about him by himself, but he does a good job here if that's him on piano. Bruce Fairbairn trumpet solo on Chicago. Yeah, there's some nice high screechy trumpets and sections here. Tenito Berliano lead guitar and Sing Sing Sing. Peter Wolf arrangements on In the Mood. Shelley Berg orchestrations, big orchestrations and big band arrangements. There we are. Bill Watchers big band arrangements. Don Douglas trombone. Tom Hum music preparation on big band arrangements. Our production people. Bruce Fairbairn is the producer, so he also plays his. What was he? He was on. Where'd he go? Trumpet solo. Okay. So he plays trumpet too. Awesome. The Gypsy Kings, co-producers on Sing Sing Sing, of course. Yeah, I haven't heard Gypsy Kings in so long. I need to fix that. So good. Gerard Prevost, co-producer. John Kellner, A&R. Erwin Usper, engineer, mixing. Delvin Brooks, assistant engineer. Mike Plotnikoff as the second engineer. Rob Stiglitz, assistant engineer. Recorded at Armory Studios in Vancouver, British Columbia, and of course the record plant in LA. Bernie Grumman mastering at Bernie Mastering, Hollywood, California. Larry Viken, art direction and design. Brian Jackson, design. Hugh Krishmer, cover photography. I'm not sure what the cover was for this one. Guy Webster was the inside photography. Yeah, there was a little book with it, if I remember right. I don't remember there being a ton in there. Maybe a few pictures, probably the lyrics. But it wasn't a huge booklet in the CD that I remember. And that is it for our people. Such a good thing. I really enjoyed it. I still do. Lots of good horn stuff. If you like that, like I do. If you like some big band and jazz and swing and standards and things, it's right up your alley. Still good after all this time. I'm glad it's available because digging mine out would be a pain in the neck because I don't quite know what box it's in. I think it's still in a box. Not sure. I know what case it's in of CDs. It'd take me a bit to find it, but I could find it. But I didn't have to. I really want to hear String of Pearls, though. That makes me sad. I don't know. I don't think it's available anywhere that at least not that I can get to here. Which is sad, but it's okay. I still highly recommend this one. If you haven't heard it or haven't heard it in a long time, I would pull that again if I were you. So good. But I like this kind of thing, so it's something I enjoyed immediately when I got it. And I was like, oh, this is great. But we'll move on next time. There will be 2 compilation albums next that I will talk about. Digging mine out is pain, as I said. Not streamable easily. There are 2 new tracks. You don't know if I can find them to hear them again. It's been a bit because everything else is material we've already seen, except for there's 1 track on. The first one is The Heart of Chicago. We're going to go volume 1, and it's 67 to 97, and then there's a 67 to 98 that followed the year after. When I saw them play, they were promoting volume 1, the 67 to 97 version, which I got for Christmas. And the next year I bought the other one at Walmart. Finally was able to find it, check it out a little bit, and I knew the one song off of it, had heard it, and really wanted the album, and finally got around to getting a hold of it at a Walmart. And yeah, so I had the two new songs, but I don't know if they have been put anywhere else. I don't know that they have. So I'm probably not gonna. I can find them on YouTube, but as far as like anything album-wise, I don't think they're going to be available. I don't recall them being on anything, at least that I have. I think there's the 50th anniversary that maybe has it. I don't know. I'll have to look. But we're not there yet. We'll worry about that next time. I'll probably do a review on each one, I guess, just so we have it all separate. But yeah, we'll go into 97 next time. We'll go away from the big band, do two compilations, but two new tracks that are very much current Chicago lineup. But yeah, enjoy this one if you haven't heard it, because it's good. But I will see you guys next time in the next video.